Coronation Street's Brody Malice debuts refreshed appearance after time away. Brody Malice has finally made his return to Coronation Street following more than a month off viewer screens. The character portrayed by Ryan Mulvey is not only back in Weatherfield, but is also sporting a subtly updated look. Audiences last saw Kit Green's son on Christmas Eve, and he reappeared in tonight's episode January 30th to mark Brody's 17th birthday. This time around, fans noticed a visible change in his appearance. Previously clean-shaven, Brody is now showing the beginnings of a mustache alongside a slightly neater haircut. Viewers were quick to comment online, with one ex-user writing, "Brody's had a haircut. Good to see you back, mate." While another posted, "Happy 17th birthday, Brody. Looking forward to Lou returning to our screens soon." Towards the end of last year, Mulvey addressed speculation about his absence after some fans questioned whether he had left the soap. Concerns grew when he shared a TikTok, jokingly describing himself as an unemployed actor. However, the actor soon reassured followers that his reduced screen time was simply due to a lull in storylines. He explained that acting often involves fluctuating schedules, with periods of intense filming followed by quieter stretches. Mulvey said he wasn't due back on set until the new year, adding that this pattern is typical for soap performers who regularly move between busy phases and downtime. Before joining Coronation Street, Mulvey appeared in Hollyoaks as J.J. Osborne, a key character in the Channel 4 drama's powerful sibling sexual abuse storyline. Following his departure from the show, J.J. was written out after dying off-screen in prison. Meanwhile, tonight's Corrie episode also featured troubling scenes for Todd Grimshaw, as his controlling partner, Theo Silverton, seized another chance to tighten his grip. Theo's manipulation leaves Todd entirely reliant on him financially, and upcoming episodes will show Todd struggling to survive on the small allowance Theo allows. Jodie's secret agenda escalates in Coronation Street after two unsettling moves. From the moment she made a dramatic escape from the back of her Dale villain Graham Foster's van in Corrie, it was obvious that Weatherfield's latest arrival was hiding something. Suspicion only grew when Jodie was seen quietly watching Shona Platt and David Platt at the hospital. Behavior that didn't go unnoticed by sharp-eyed viewers. Fans soon clocked a matching tattoo shared by Jodie and Shona, confirming that she was in fact Shona's younger sister. With baby Harper's recent arrival, the Platt family are desperate for extra support. David, eager to help, quickly offered Jodie a place to stay, welcoming his sister-in-law into their home. But Jodie's sudden reappearance in Shona's life at such a convenient moment feels far too neat. And in the world of soaps, coincidences are rarely innocent. Coronation Street has already dropped hints about the sisters' troubled upbringing. Shona became a teenage mother and fled their toxic home, leaving behind a young Jodie with a domineering father and a mother who failed to protect them. Clears throat, that decision is something Jodie has never truly forgiven. She once worshipped her older sister and felt deeply hurt when Shona disappeared from her life. Julia Golding, who plays Shona, has spoken openly about the painful past that continues to haunt the Ramsey sisters. "We've never really explored Shona's family before," the actress explained. "I briefly mentioned having a sister early on when Shona was chatting to Gail, and then it was never brought up again." She went on to say that Shona escaped her home life after having Clayton at just 13, followed by everything that later unfolded with D&E and Nathan, her groomer. According to Goulding, Shona carries heavy guilt for leaving Jodie behind, who was only around 6 years old at the time. "They were incredibly close," she added. "Shona loved her deeply, but she had to put her own survival first. She was living under the control of a very domineering father, and I don't think she ever planned to abandon Jodie forever." As time passed, though, going back became harder and harder, and that guilt has stayed with her. Viewers will soon witness more of the sisters' shared history in upcoming episodes when Shona attempts to reconnect with their father. However, Jodie appears to have her own hidden agenda, and it has nothing to do with her flirtatious behavior towards Weatherfield charmer Carl Webster. After Shona tracks down the phone number of her dad's old acquaintance, Bernard Bennett, Jodie secretly listens in on the conversation. Clears throat later, she makes her own call to Bernard, asking him for a favor, leaving viewers wondering what she's really planning. Jod's actions become even more suspicious when Tim Metcalf tells David and Shona that his taxi is waiting outside. Claiming it's for her, Jod rushes off only to return later to number 8 and pulls an unknown object from her bag. Whatever she's hiding, it's clearly important. The big question is whether Shona will cotton on to her sister's scheming. Julia Golding predicts explosive consequences if Shona uncovers the truth. Shona isn't naive. She said she doesn't let Jodie get away with things and will still call her out. That's what feels so real about the writing. They're sisters and she'll still say, "Oi, what are you up to?" While Shona won't ignore the warning signs, Goulding hints that love and lingering guilt could cloud her judgment, pushing the sisters down a dangerous and emotional path. Coronation Street actress shares how Ronnie will respond to Debbie's life-changing secret. Life on the cobbles is never short of chaos, and Coronation Street has delivered plenty of it in recent episodes. As Debbie Webster battles dementia and faces the possibility of a prison sentence, viewers have learned a shocking truth. Carl is actually her son, not her brother, as everyone believed. Carl remains unaware of the revelation for now, but it has been confirmed that the truth will come out in scenes airing next week. The disclosure is set to completely redefine their relationship while also testing the support system Debbie has around her. Among those standing by her is her newlywed husband, Ronnie Bailey, who will suddenly find himself stepping into a fatherly position rather than being seen as an uncle figure. It's a dramatic shift for all involved. And Sue Deeney, who portrays Debbie, has spoken about how she thinks Ronnie will react. Debbie is finally confronting the weight of everything she's been hiding for so many years, said Deeney, who first appeared as the character back in 1984. Since getting married, she's realized this is my family now, and that perhaps she should have embraced that much sooner. The actress went on to praise Ronnie's calm nature, noting how much he has already had to cope with. She explained that Debbie constantly introduces new crises into their lives, and now she's adding another huge revelation by revealing she has a son. According to Devaney, Ronnie's easygoing and steady personality will help him take the news in his stride. Debbie, knowing how strong their relationship is, believes he will stay by her side regardless of the chaos. She's focused on making sure Carl is okay, Deeney said, adding that Debbie sees Ronnie as someone who will remain with her through everything. In her mind, he's either in it with her or he's not, and the chances are he'll be there. While Ronnie adjusts to this new dynamic, Debbie also has unfinished business with her brother Kevin Webster, who is dealing with serious problems of his own in his marriage. Although the siblings have been at odds, Devaney is certain they'll eventually find their way back to each other. There's always been a deep connection between them, she explained. Kevin isn't walking away, and forgiveness is key here. His love for Debbie is what's driven him to uncover the truth, even when she didn't want him digging. She acknowledged that the situation is incredibly difficult for Kevin, as he's already been betrayed by his brother, only to then discover that the man he thought was his sibling is actually his nephew. Devaney added that while it's a lot for the character to process, it makes for gripping and classic soap drama. Coronation Street airs on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and streams on IDVX.